back to Steel City Live here on Mike Drop Sports. Appreciate you for all stopping through. Truly, truly appreciate it. We are diving in here to week 12 as the Pittsburgh Steelers go on to face the Cleveland Browns in a Thursday night matchup that means so very much, my friends. And it is going to be a big one. And the Pittsburgh Steelers guys have a real opportunity here sitting in front of them to really take and put a chokehold on this AFC North division. The Bengals just got beat up by the Chargers. That sets them a game back. The Baltimore Ravens sitting 7-4 now. Then you have the Browns, who have had a difficult, tumultuous season full of very, very big things happening in the city of Cleveland with that football team, especially at the quarterback position. Then you have the Steelers that have emerged as the cream of the crop of the AFC North, a team that was picked to be the basement dwellers all off season. How everybody just talked about how bad this Steelers football team was, but yet they were wrong. We talked about it, that they were going to be wrong, and they were wrong about this football team. And yes, there has been some luck on the Pittsburgh Steelers side. You need that no matter what. If you're going to win a championship, you're going to have to be lucky sometimes, and that is what it is. But this Steelers team wins by being a complete team week after week, finding ways to win, and that is going to be big here in week 12 as the Steelers dive into this monster matchup, guys. Let's get to the chat. Big Russ, Danny George, Robert Road, Extra Black, downtown John Broadway in the house. Miss Pittsburgh in the house. What is up, everybody? Make sure you're hitting the shit out of that like button as we dive through the show here. Here we come. Cleveland Clowns, black and gold. Absolutely. Good evening to all you guys, Extra Black and family. I see you guys all in there. Good evening, guys. Appreciate it. TD in the house. Good to see you all in there. Russ says, good evening. How are you? Are you ready for a 4-game win streak to become the number 1 seed? It starts Thursday. Yeah, but you're going to need another loss from the Chiefs. You're going to need another loss from the Bills. And then, well, you might be tied for a seed with the Bills if you could win and tie that record up, I suppose. But yeah, let's get some help from some of these other teams and let's get in the driver's seat. And what does that start with? The Pittsburgh Steelers winning those games, going on this 4-game win streak, and consistently being consistent, winning ball games every single week, man. And it's been a fun ride. It has been a fun ride. And it's not just been the Steelers, hanging on here and there, boring football. This has been exciting. Week after week, they're finding new ways to get it done. One week you're having Russell Wilson throw 3 touchdown passes. Then the next week, you're kicking 18 points worth of field goals with Chris Boswell. The defense at times is stepping up in monster moments. Then there's times the offense, got to bail out the defense a little bit and score some points. It's been a variety of different things, and that's what's exciting. Then you look at this Cleveland Browns team who lost their tackle, already has lost a quarterback, now being led by Jameis Winston. There's so many things that are going on here on a Thursday night game that's going to be exciting to talk about. John Broadway, we are going to roll down the turnpike and kick some arse. Hell's freaking yeah. This is a game in which you hope Steelers Nation shows up, man. It's usually difficult to get some tickets there, usually, when they're good, but maybe now that they're not so good, Steelers Nation can get in there and wave those towels and really take over the Browns Stadium, the shit bowl, as I like to call it, the toilet bowl, and really put an ass beating on the poop stains, man. Keep that energy downtown. Yes, we got to keep that energy high, guys. And that's exactly, though, the thing that bothers me with Steelers Nation. I love Steelers Nation. I'm part of it. Deep roots in it since I was a little kid. Have been part of this thing. And one thing that bothers me about us as a group is the minute there's a loss, the second there's any type of loss, we fall apart. It's the end of the world. everything's bad with this football team, how horrible they are. We can't do that right now. This football team's 8-2. 8-2. They are going to lose again. They will lose this season again. You can bet your ass on it. It's the NFL. Matchups matter. You're going to face a team that you don't match up very well against. And then, if by chance you see them again, hopefully you make the necessary adjustments to get it done. You play in a very tough division to where every divisional game is like a playoff game. It is black and blue division football week after week. And you are now in that stretch. And chances are, typically the Steelers, historically here, especially since 2020, have fared very, very well inside of the division. But there is a 50-50 chance each time, and it's a real chance that you don't come out of there with a win, against a divisional opponent. Chances are, most of the time, you're probably going to end up splitting during a season. The Steelers 5-1 last year in the division. Let's see if they can continue that theme here and maybe improve on it and go 6-0 in the division. Wouldn't that be special? Let's keep going here in the chat. Great to see Steelers family here. Absolutely, Danny. Appreciate that. Extra Black. I hear so many talk about bringing Justin Fields in when we are near the goal line. What's your take on this? How many quarterbacks come out of the game because of a backup quarterback is faster than them? Extra Black. I don't like it, and there's many reasons, and I'm going to start with one of them that is very important to me, and that is keeping Justin Fields healthy. I don't want to risk bringing him in a game to score an extra point or a 2 point conversion or one touchdown in that game here and there just for the sake of bringing Justin Fields in and be gimmicky. I want to keep him healthy because the chances are what you're going to need him down the stretch. You're going to need him, and you don't want to put Kyle Allen in there for a 2-3 game stretch if Russell Wilson goes down. You want to have Justin Fields available and you want to have him healthy. You don't want to jeopardize that. And depth is key, man. That's my big one. And I know people might say, oh, he can get in and whatever. Justin Fields needs to stay healthy. And I think bringing him in there just for the sake of bringing him in there to be gimmicky doesn't make sense to me. That's just me. Now, if it's once in a blue moon, so be it. But I can't see a world in which Mike Tomlin lives in a package of Justin Fields to take your quarterback off the field. We've seen it done in the NFL before, and it doesn't work. It doesn't win you championships. Go ahead and look back through time and name one Super Bowl winning team that relied on that formula to be good. There ain't any. There ain't any. I'm just saying there is not any. Yes, you can have a gimmicky play here and there, and that is fine. But you can't do it as a package, a consistent package. It makes no sense. It's just not smart football, guys. It's not smart football. There's a reason why teams don't do it all the time because it's dangerous, not smart type football. That's just what it boils down to. And you can disagree with me or not, guys. That's fine. I just don't see Justin Fields needing to be on the field on a consistent basis while Russell Wilson is the starter. One other reason that bothers me is you disrupt a quarterback's rhythm, his tempo. You disrupt that. And you don't want to do that. That is a real thing. You can't ignore it. Tempo, pace, rhythm, that is all real, guys. You can't disrupt that. When a all-pro type quarterback, veteran quarterback like Russell Wilson is in a rhythm and hitting balls down the field, you don't just stop that all of a sudden and bring Justin Fields inside of the red zone. That doesn't make any sense. You live and die by your starter. That's how you win championships. You stand behind the guy like a Russell Wilson right now. And if Justin was the guy, I would say the same thing for that. You don't bring Russell Wilson off the bench. You don't do those things. Gimmick shit does not win championships. Now, a gadget play here or there is perfectly fine. Don't take me out of context. It's just what I'm talking about. I think a Justin Fields package is a mistake to have in there week in, week out. Again, if it's every 3 games, cool. If it's once every 4 games, cool. I could see once every 2 games doing something, one play, cool. But you don't have a package that's just Every week we're going to disrupt the quarterback's tempo and pace and rhythm just for the sake of bringing Justin Fields in there. It doesn't make any sense. Hopefully I answered it well enough, extra black, to give you my true opinion there. Let me get a drink, guys. Make sure you're double tapping that screen here on Steel City Live. Make sure you are sharing the show and all that good shit. Thanks, John Broadway. Oh, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Yeah, last day in your 50s. I'm trying to remember, Danny. Robert Road, I'm thinking at least 20,000 Steelers fans, maybe 25,000 for the game in Cleveland. They are 2-8, so I think more than usual will be selling their tickets. Yeah, that's what I hope too, Robert. Yeah, bad football team equals maybe dishing your tickets off. Let's make it a Steelers home game. It's only a couple hours up the road, up the turnpike. Let's go downtown. For those of those of us who remember the days in Three Rivers with all the steel mills running. This heritage is Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Definitely remember the days of Three Rivers Stadium. I don't know if I recall in my head the steel mills running as much when I was a kid. I don't remember if they were. But definitely, I remember going to games, baseball and football, inside of Three Rivers Stadium. It was amazing. I loved it. It was an awesome place to watch games. We need to get Muth more involved in the red zone. That's from TD. Absolutely. And what extra black I was talking about, bringing Justin Fields in, possibly in the red zone, possibly in those situations. No, what you do is get better with what wins, and that is like Muth being more involved across the middle. What TD said, in the end zone, in the red zone area. That's where you want to get this guy involved. You want to get him involved in the middle of the field. You want to get him involved out near the 50-yard line, throwing those seam passes like you saw Darnell Washington go with. Two of those against the Baltimore Ravens. But what is holding Pat Freiermuth back? Perhaps his blocking has been an issue. There are several reports out there that the Pittsburgh Steelers are truly and utterly unhappy with the way Pat Freiermuth has played inside of the run game, which has eliminated him in terms of his reps at times in situational football. They aren't willing to put him out there in those situations. But then it makes you one dimensional when you do bring him in there. And I don't like that. So he got paid. He needs to get this shit ironed out and he needs to start making it happen, man. That's what we're hoping, but he definitely needs to be more involved. And yes, he's kind of disappeared here, guys. He's not getting many targets, one or two. I'd say 2 to 5 a game, max. Max. Thomas Breeze in the house. The gauntlet everyone talked about with the schedule hasn't started yet. Yes, what people referred to as the gauntlet, these divisional games, and regardless of these teams and their record, I will caution everybody that they will be still slugfests. These are divisional games. Now you may get a big one here and there, but it has started, Thomas. What people called the gauntlet. But if you remember what I was talking about way back in the summer when we were talking about this schedule after it came out, and I talked about I wasn't worried about the Pittsburgh Steelers in this divisional stretch. The teams I were worrying about, that I was worried about inside of this stretch, were teams that are later down the road, like the Kansas City Chiefs, like the Philadelphia Eagles. For instance, the Washington Commanders. Those are the teams that I was worried about the Steelers catching losses from. The division, the Steelers have played really, really well. 5-1 last year, guys. 5-1. But yet the national media was picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to be the basement dwellers after finishing 5-1. And then just blatantly disregarding the Steelers' record since 2020 inside of the AFC North. How can you just push that under the rug and act like it doesn't exist or it didn't matter? The Steelers play the division very damn well. It just frustrates the shit out of me, the guys, when we all sit here and Steelers Nation all sits here and they want to watch these people that are in the national media and they don't know shit about the Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't. They're wrong. They're wrong all the damn time. But yet we still hang on their opinions. We still hang on every word that they say. They don't know these teams intimately. They are looking at 32 teams, guys, not the Pittsburgh Steelers week in and week out. If you want real, truthful Steelers news, you come to places like this, places that focus on this football team. That's how you get to understand and have these conversations like we have together that talk about this football team every single day. That's how you get into a real clear picture. It really bugs the shit out of me, man. It really does. Wave those terrible towels from his Pittsburgh, downtown John Broadway. I'm just in a fired up mood, running renegade in my soul, renegade in my heart, and renegade for the Steelers. Here we go. Absolutely go. Thank you, Miss Pittsburgh. Like and subscribe, people, to the best show in town. Appreciate you. Let's go. Double tap that screen and hit that like button for us here on Steel City Live. I'm your host, Jason, as always. Robert Road. Ravens still have to play the Chargers, Eagles, Texans, and our Steelers again. I could see the Ravens losing uh, a few more games. I'm not hearing anyone talking about their schedule, and they're not. Robert, it's all on the Steelers. The Steelers were the only ones that were supposed to have a tough time with this. The Ravens are the best team, one of the best teams in the NFL. Lamar Jackson walks on water, but yet doesn't win any big games, but yet he's crowned MVP every damn year. I think if you're going to be the damn MVP, you got to win championships. You gotta win. It bugs the shit out of me, dude. Let's be real about it. Let's be honest about it. It's really shitty to continue to crown somebody, to crown a team, to crown some division winner before they get it done. They don't win in the big moments. They don't. But yet the Steelers are a team that's picked to be in the basement every time. I don't understand this shit. It's not computing in my head. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm just getting fired up. And Robert's right. Look at their schedule. They have tough teams to play. The Chargers match up very well. I want you to pay attention to this and remember I said it. The Chargers match up extremely well against the Ravens. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Chargers don't score a truckload of points on the Baltimore Ravens. Just watch, just see how it plays out. I'm just telling you that could be the case. As far as the Texans and the Eagles, I'm not sure how they match up against them. I'd have to look at them a little bit better, but the Steelers played the Chargers, and I could really tell that they would match up well against the Ravens. Split man 116. Winston is an odd quarterback who likes to be speed bumps for teams. This is a game that can easily be lost. Be a loss if they don't play smart. Absolutely, any week in the NFL split, man, it's just not the Cleveland Clowns. Being a divisional game and being Jameis Winston does add a little bit to it. I'll give you that. But each and every damn week in this league, it's a chance to lose because I am not saying this just to be cliche. Any given Sunday is a real damn thing, guys. That's a real thing, and that really does. It rings true each and every week. That's why this league is so successful. Because you could be a 1-8 football team. Hell, you've seen the Carolina Panthers beat teams, and they are absolutely dog shit. They're trash. They're bad. But yet what? They still win games even after they traded people off. It's crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to get a drink. Make sure you're double tapping that screen. We don't have enough likes on that board. Let's get those likes pumped up and get this show out into the YouTube algorithm. And I want to tell you a story here about well, maybe some unsubscriber. Hold on one second. If you see a comment that keeps coming up that says, "Are you mad at me, Jason?" and all this on the videos, I blocked this person. They're absolutely batshit crazy. They were like stalking me and messaging me on social media and shit. So, like, if you see that person in there, his name's Justin. If you see that person on there, try to not comment on any of that stuff until I get it deleted. I blocked that dude. He's really, really got something going on. I wish him the best, but we got to kind of push that away a little bit. So don't comment on any of that stuff or anything like that. I'm just asking you guys for help with that and kind of ignore it. It's really odd situation, and he called me like a bunch of crazy names when I told him that I was kind of wanting to block him away from us. But yeah, this dude was batshit crazy. So yeah, just try to stay off of that if you see it. I just wanted to warn you. And if we see it in the chat, hopefully he's blocked, but we will try to get it off there quickly. All right, let's keep going. Jackson poops his pants. With us being 8-2, people still doubting us, Mr. David Dillinger Jr. Yeah, and you're gonna have that, and I'm not sure why it is what it is, and I'm good with it that they doubt him. But you know what pisses me off is when they're picking these teams that the Steelers own. They dog walk the Baltimore Ravens. What's their record against the Pittsburgh Steelers with Lamar Jackson? 1-5. What's their record against the Steelers in the last what 9 games? 1-8. I'm just mentioning this stuff for these national media guys that just want to say it's Lamar Jackson, it's the Baltimore Ravens. They're great, they're special. They don't win shit. They don't win championships. That's not special. That's not special. Uh That's right. Take the words right out of my mouth. Uh, Forget the NFL, forget the bet works, and the hell with them Jagoffs, Mr. David Dillinger. Why do you think before the season started, everyone doubted the Steelers? Even though on paper we were decent. Why do they hate us so much? I don't know the answer to that. My only thoughts is this: you're listening to people day in, day out that have no intimate knowledge of this football team. Then you're listening to other people that cover this football team that are too scared to make the bold predictions at times and don't want to make themselves look bad in any way, shape, or form. They will have to always be right. They have to always have that in their back pocket to say, well, I told you so, or I was right. No, say the truth, whether it becomes true or not, whatever. If it's right or wrong, who cares? Just be honest. Give your truthful, honest takes. That's how you know about this season. That's how you knew about last season. We were honest here. We told you what was going on. Uh, these people are always worried about how many views, how many clicks they get, all that shit. I don't give a shit about it. I don't care. Just to be honest with you, I don't make a living off of this. So it is what it is. So that's why I can be honest. I don't have to walk into the Pittsburgh Steelers building every single day like some people do and keep a decent reputation in there, not be a very harsh critic and be outcast. I don't have to do that. And I can see why some of these people do have to tiptoe the line. And I respect that. And that's fine. But I don't have to. I don't have to bow down to any of them. So if something's wrong, I'm going to tell you. If Mike Tomlin sucks ass in a certain area, I'm going to tell you. If a player is horrible, dog shit in a certain area, I'm going to tell you. But that's why you don't get the truthful shit, to answer your question. That's why these people don't pick things accurately, because they have to go with the narrative. They have to go with the story that they've spun, that Lamar Jackson walks on water, but yet hasn't never won a championship, yet makes $50+ million a year and still has never won a championship, never done anything big or special inside of the NFL except for win MVP awards voted on by biased people anyway. Just saying. I'm just trying to be honest and paint the real truthful picture. And yeah, people will beat my comments up and run me through the dirt for it, but I don't care. I'm going to be honest. Lamar Jackson isn't as hyped up or isn't as great as people hype him up to be. The Steelers aren't as bad as people wanted to hype them up to be. It's the truth. Go back and watch my shit from this summer, and I told you what the Steelers football team was going to be all about. I told you exactly what was going to happen with this football team. Now, did I pick them to be at this good of a record? No, I did not. No, I did not. But I told you what was going to happen with this football team. I didn't expect them to win eight games already. I didn't expect them to be 8-2. I picked them to either be 10-7 or 11-6. That's where I was hovering. And I was off on that. But I still thought that this football team was going to do what, guys? Run the football really well, run the play action with Russell Wilson, play really, really good defense, and that they were going to have a chance to be special. They have great special teams, and I was hoping that the coaching staff was able to adapt and overcome. That's exactly what you're starting to see. It's the truth. It's just not fancy storylines. It's not storylines that are making headlines out there for these people to get them clicks and shit. If I get on here every day and create titles of Steelers basement dwellers, they suck, horrible, I will get 1,000 people come through here. But why would I do that? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be truthful, man. That's just my answer. That's why I'm trying to tell you, M. David Dillinger. Any given Sunday, in our case, any given Thursday for Miss Pittsburgh, absolutely. Here's my score for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike, give it to me Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday, brother, okay? I'm not going to write it. I don't got everything here to write it all down tonight. I got other notes and stuff. I'd have to like get a new sheet and all that stuff. I don't want to do that. Downtown, go Sergeant Schultz. John Broadway, like, hello, Mike, fired up and rolling into Bay. Mike is always fired up. That's why we love you, Mike Miller. You're always fired up about this team. David Dillinger, Lamar, and Dak are the same person. Good regular season, bad playoffs. Absolutely. They don't win championships. They fold under the big moments. That's not the type of guy I want. Honestly, if you told me I had to have Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson, I can tell you who I'm picking. And I'm not being biased in this situation. I'm picking Russell Wilson. Why? He's won a championship. He's been in the big moments, and he doesn't fold in those big moments. What does Lamar Jackson do? Folds in the big moments. I don't want to be the regular season champion. Wipe your ass with that certificate. Wipe your ass with that trophy. I want to hoist the Lombardi. I could care less about the bullshit. Oh, he's so good in the regular season. We don't care. We want our guy that's been in the big moments and that can win championships, that's proven it. That's what you're looking for. Oh, I will give everyone. You always say that, Mike. You said if they beat the Clowns, you're going to give us a beer. I'm still waiting on my Venmo, bro. Just jacking you, Mike. Just jacking you. And why, Jane, on a digging the honesty in your voice because it's you. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. With Russ playing well and Fields a decent fill in, can you see the Steelers give each one of them an extension? I can see them offering it, but you're not going to be able to re sign Justin Fields. You're not going to be able to re sign Russell Wilson both together. You're just not going to be able to do it. Just say this. Say Russell Wilson takes the Steelers deep in the playoffs. They decide they want to continue to do business with Russ next season and beyond, maybe for a couple years. They're going to require at least $35 to $40 million, in my estimate, to be able to re-sign him over the next couple years, and that's per season. They are not going to be able to offer Justin Fields anything more than $10 million a year salary at the very most, and that's even if they want to do that. That would be like a Mitchell Trubisky type salary is what they're going to offer him. And I'm going to tell you this, guys, there's going to be a lot of teams looking for a quarterback next season in the offseason. There's a lot of teams looking for quarterbacks now. They will pick up Justin Fields after him going 4-2. They will price the Steelers out of that market. Now, it's all going to depend on what the Steelers want to do in terms of who they're going to offer. Maybe you have the situation in which neither of them come back because there's bigger dollars out there for both of them. You don't know how this is all going to go. And that's why you have to seize this moment. That's why you have to take advantage of this opportunity as you sit 8-2. You have two quarterbacks that are on 1-year deals. You can't waste this chance. You have a special defense. You have great special teams under Danny Smith and Chris Boswell. Take advantage, my friends. Take advantage. Why do you think they went out there and traded for Mike Williams? Why do you think they went out and got a Preston Smith? They wanted to add that depth. They knew that they have a chance, a golden opportunity sitting right in front of them, and they weren't going to waste that chance. Let's keep going here. Steelers got lucky on Sunday, Joe. Doubtful, my friend. What they do, they won the ball game. How can you call it luck when the Baltimore Ravens played what their brand of football and lost? I can't help that they were too stupid to keep Derrick Henry in there all the time. That's a coaching issue. I can't help Lamar Jackson doesn't play well against the Steelers. Why? Because they know how to play him. They stay in their assignments. They keep him in the pocket. They understand that he's not a pocket passer. They understand that when he's at his best is when he is out on the move making plays. Why is Lamar Jackson a quarterback that has never won a championship? Because the good teams know how to play his dumb ass. That's the facts, Jack. I'm sorry for the truth, but that's the truth. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong because your sports broadcasters in Baltimore, the guys that are honest, the guys that are truthful, they say the same damn thing. And the Steelers put the blueprint out there, and the team smart enough to follow that blueprint have destroyed Lamar Jackson. Just saying, guys, it's the truth. Robert Road, Russ has them 13-4, and I had them 12-5. The Steelers might surpass both our predictions. Russ also said they would win the Super Bowl. I hope they do, guys. I hope you're right, man. I'd be loving that prediction to come true. Yeah, I was definitely an 11-6 guy or 10-7 guy. That's where I thought they would be. I thought that was a fair guess, but they've exceeded my expectations thus far. What's up, Big Tom Ford? No, let's say this, Joe, about that pick in the Super Bowl. That wasn't a Russell Wilson call. That was a call by the offensive coordinator and what's his name, their coach at the time, whatever his name is. It's slipping my head for some reason, brain farts for some reason. But Pete Carroll. That was their call. They called that play. If I had Marshawn Lynch, I wouldn't have ran that play. Just saying, man, it is what it is. That's neither here nor there. He's won a championship. How many has Lamar won, Joe? How many championships has Lamar Jackson won? What's his record against the Pittsburgh Steelers? What's his record against Russell Wilson right now inside of the AFC North? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just saying, dude. It is what it is. The truth's the truth, bro. You can lie to yourself and tell yourself all these bullshit things in your head that's going to make you think something else. But if you come here, I'm going to tell you the truth. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you because it's gospel. It's the truth, man. It's the facts. Don't lie to yourself, Joe. Lamar Jackson's not a Super Bowl quarterback. He's not. And you don't have a Super Bowl caliber defense right now, Joe. You don't. You don't have a defense that can win a Super Bowl. You don't. And you're 7-4. Look at your conference record. Look at your divisional record. You're not a team built for a championship. They would have to go on one hell of a run. John Broadway, Tom Ford, howdy howdy, Russ High, Super Tom. I could go. What was that? I could go for a root beer. I hate root beer, Tom. Ugh, I don't know how you guys drink that shit. Could be bad weather in Cleveland, and it's getting to be that time of year where weather-wise, Russ hand size is 10.5 inches, which will help, no doubt, if it gets sloppy. Russell Wilson has big hands for a small guy. Big hands, bro. Big hands. He does. Robert brings up a very good point there. And there is a weather system moving in that could be in the Cleveland area here by that time. And that could bring some snow to the ridges. There's potential here in the mountains, right up the road from my house, that could be getting 10 inches of snow. So, Robert, you'll see that system out your way probably soon, if not already. And that's going to be sweeping across here into this into the eastern part of this country. So we'll see what happens. Let's keep going. I agree. Jason is in keeping Fields healthy tonight. If that earlier today, Mike Miller. It is going to snow in Cleveland, Ohio. I like A&W root beer. As a fan from Philly, I'm an Eagles fan and a Pens fan. I know it's difficult. You're an Eagles fan. I thought you were a Baltimore fan the way you was hyping them up. Well, you guess you weren't. I guess I was unfair to you a little bit there. Sorry, bro. Let's keep going here, guys. Sorry, I had to get a drink. All right, guys, make sure you are double tapping that screen for us here on Steel City Live. I truly appreciate that. Wave that terrible towel for Miss Pittsburgh. Double tap that screen to give us a like. I'm your host, Jason, as always, here on the show, our daily upload. Remember, Thursday night pregame, we will be live before the game, before the Steelers kick off against the Cleveland Clowns. And remember, we will be hopefully, we'll see what time the game ends, but usually I don't do a post game show because it's way too late. So just keep that in mind. And tomorrow night will be Wednesday night, and that's when we will do keys to victory and score predictions here on Steel City Live. Bring the snow and let's get messy. Yes. Oh, yeah, Russ. Yeah, guys, as far as if it gets to be messy weather, both teams are kind of built for that right now. Nick Chubb's hitting his stride, and it'd probably be wise for them to use him in a big way. And the Steelers hopefully will have that three-headed monster really working, and Najee really not trying to be Barry Sanders and hurdle people, but running downhill and doing the things that he does best. That's when he is at the top of his game, not trying to hurdle people and being extra. Uh, Win, win, win. Absolutely. Catherine Marchies. I'm the real Steel City cat. Well, you're here at Steel City Live, so make sure you subscribe if you're not already, Catherine. I think that's the first time I ever seen you in the chat. I hear they might be wins in the 40s. Well, yeah, you're gonna have to run the ball then, TD. I'm gonna have to do a weather check, guys, and I'll do that a little bit closer to kickoff. Probably in our pregame show, I'll give you an accurate depiction of that situation. And we will definitely make sure that we take that into consideration when we're talking about our keys to victory, because that could play a very pivotal role in what is going to happen in this football game. And that's when things start to get messy inside of the AFC North, when you start to incorporate weather situations, when you start to incorporate outside factors that could potentially hinder a positive outcome for a team, and hinder the things that they do best. Rubber Road says Najee is great in cold weather games. Joe, I really hope the Pens can find a way to win, or my Philly family will continue to hate. The Pens are just in a weird spot, man. It's just odd for them right now. They're stuck in a weird spot with their roster. And I know I don't talk about them enough, but I don't watch them enough right now to give you a real accurate depiction of that team. Big Mel Mills, what's up, man? Mel Mills says, I'm looking at the forecast, showers, 21 degrees, feels like 21 degrees, and 23 mile per hour winds. That could definitely be a problem, Mel. Well, the Steelers hopefully will do what? Run the football over and over and over and over and over and pound the shit out of that damn thing. Pound the shit out of that damn pigskin. Yeah, downtown. Oh, you guys are talking about. I never heard of that place. Had it coming. Sorry, guys, I didn't know what you were talking about. I was just trying to decipher that. All right, we're gonna start wrapping it up for tonight, man. Jason was a little too fired up and blew my wad early, bro. Boys and girls. So if there's anything else, real quick, you want to throw in there, throw in there. If not, make sure you are going and watching that daily upload. It's in the community section, the tab for it. I know some of you have a hard time finding things, but you just go in the community section. I always put a link in there. You will find it. The date's on there. You'll be able to see exactly which day it is. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's all right. Walter in the house, Wyoming. It's okay. I started a little later. Guys, my son got a job over at Wendy's, so sometimes he's getting off at 8, and I got to go pick his ass up. So that's when I start at 8:20. On the days he doesn't, I'll try to start at like 7:30, 7:45. But another thing good about mixing it up a little bit and having a start time at like 7:30, then having a start time at 8:30 or 8:20 is it gives different people that are subscribers different an opportunity to make sure they join us, because everybody isn't available at the same time each and every day. So I do like that aspect of it. Hi to the real Still City cat, meow. I will see you on Thursday night. Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate it. Thanks, TD. Appreciate you guys, man. You guys, loyal mafia people, and guys too. I've been cautioning you here for the last couple weeks. When we do our live pregame and post-game shows, we get a lot of viewers. The chat goes crazy. It's just the way it's been going here the last 2 weeks. So I always try to give you guys that I see regularly and that are here each and every day. I always try to answer your stuff first. I always try to make sure you guys are the priority, and I'll continue to do that. Just forgive me if I miss any of your comments. Maybe that's why that weirdo that was calling me a bunch of curse words earlier got weirded out and thought that I hated him, I guess, for some reason. Maybe because I missed his chat question. But anyway, just make sure that you know I'm going to do my best to always make sure you guys are first because you guys are the loyal people that come here every single day, and you guys are the real foundation of the channel. So, all right, guys, until tomorrow for the daily upload, make sure you like and share that daily upload. Let's send that show through the stratosphere. Maybe I'll make some crazy ass title just to get a bunch of views, like some of these other yahoos out there that make content. Just bullshit titles to drag people in, catch a view. Now I'll stay true to myself. All right, guys, until tomorrow, peace.